across the United States. Renaissance usually undergo seasonal training on how to maintain a jolly attitude under pressure and from the public. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Ms. Cram.
BUHS staff members, winter bowling at Brattleboro Bowl. You don't have to be a good bowler. You just have to want to get out and do something. Fun with your coworkers and friends in the district. Every Monday from January 11th to February 8th. 5 weeks only, from 4:15 to 5:30-ish. For $8 a week, you get 2 games and shoes. Get a team together of 3 to 4 people and come out and have a great time. If you can't get enough people for a team, let me know and I'll put you on a team. We did this last year and had a blast. Contact Patty Whaler at pwhaler@wscsu.org and I'll get back to you. Let's try and get every school represented.
The Brattleboro School Endowment happily announces the return of the Mount Snow Express Bus, which will run for its 3rd year this ski season.
Starting on Sunday, December 27th, the bus will run every Sunday, weather dependent, through the end of February. It will also run on Thursday of vacation week, February 18th, and on town meeting day, March 1st.
The bus leaves from Academy School's front door area at 8 a.m. and then stops at the gas station at Route 30 around 8:15. It arrives Sundance Lodge at 9 a.m. The return trip departs the Sundance Lodge at 4 p.m., arriving back to the gas station on Route 30 by 4:30 and back to Academy around.
Now over to sports with Jillian.
Thanks, Henry. This weekend was a good one for New England. Sunday, the Boston Bruins beat the New Jersey Devils 2-1, and the Patriots hold the top spot in the AFC with a 33-16 win over the Titans. Both JV and varsity basketball teams have home games this week. Come out on Tuesday at 5:30 and 7 to support the girls against Rice, and on Wednesday at the same times for the boys against St. Johnsbury. Girls varsity hockey plays home on Wednesday against Northfield, and the boys away at Hartford. Hope you all can make it out. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Jillian. Riders must sign a waiver of liability and must be 7th grade or older in order to ride without an adult. Bus riders are responsible for being on the bus at the time of departure. 1 adult chaperone rides each bus. Contact us to volunteer. Reminders and cancellations will be announced via an email list we maintain and also on our Facebook page at Brattleboro School Endowment. Please contact Jill at globalcow.com to get on the list and volunteer to chaperone on the bus. Now we're going to see a genre change from a student who wants to stay anonymous.
You must be truly desperate to come to me for help.
Wouldn't have been my first call. But down in the real world, we're faced with ugly choices. I'm on mission. The Avengers' extinction.
When do we start?
I'm gonna show you something beautiful.
"2016 Summer Abroad Programs. The Experiment in International Living provides summer abroad programs for BUHS students who want to fully engage meaningfully with the richness and complexities of another country. Students should apply online before February 1st at www.experiment.org. Students may contact Marnie Goodman at marnie.goodman@experiment.org for more application and financial aid details.
That's all for today, BUHS. We're closing with a documentary made by Kenesha. So what happened to his...
My name is Dave Mazer. I'm the photography teacher here at Brattleboro Union High School. I am a photographer. I do like to dabble in some of the other arts, more about self-sustainability like gardening and things like that. But I'm more of a photographer than anything else. Well, again, capturing those moments that may be gone the very next second, the idea of freezing a moment in time that can be very special to somebody, or kind of unique in a sense where part of a community has never seen something before and you're bringing that reality to them through photography. I think that's the biggest power of photography, is being able to see things that the human eye or people may never see in their lifetime. The great thing about photographing weddings is those moments, those candid moments that you capture, these true emotions, and it's, you know, this glorious day for this couple and family. You just have opportunities to capture you know, things that can't be reenacted. Like you don't want to ask a bride and groom to kiss again for the first time, or to throw the bouquet again. So there's a lot of those missed opportunities that when you get them, it just makes you feel that much better. The number one thing is always keeping your eyes open and being aware of, you know, the beauties that are around you. You know, looking at things in artistic ways and not just of what they are. You know, it may be a pile of garbage, but that can be a really beautiful pile of garbage if you're looking at the elements and the colors and textures, and not just seeing things as is taking that step farther as the artist would view the world.
Good morning first, and my name is Liz Denord, and I am the ceramics teacher here. I teach beginning and advanced ceramics, and I'm also head of the fine and practical arts. I have a studio at home, which I don't work in all the time because I'm here all the time, it seems, during the year. And I work on weekends, I work on holidays, I work in the summer when I can. But it has a wheel on one side, and there's a little deck, and there's a kiln on the other side. Ceramics is a really good choice. It's an elective class. It's a class, I think, that teaches you a lot about yourself through the clay. Teaches you to be patient, it teaches you to try, teaches you to fail and try again and fail better, which is, I always use that fail again, fail better. But then you do succeed, and the clay is very responsive. It's also a class that teaches you to be organized and time management, and you have to let things dry. There's a sequence in what you do in this class. I became a potter in my head long ago, when I was a kid. I always wanted to be a potter. I saw somebody throwing pots and thought I always wanted to do that. I like to throw and hand build, and in college I learned from a woman outside of my school, because my school didn't offer ceramics as a class, and once I learned, I had my own wheel, my own kiln, and I sold my pots on Wednesdays during the college market day, and went home with some extra cash in my pockets and no pots, so that was fun. I have many favorite potters. Potter's been around over 12,000 years, so there are many cultures and many people to choose from. To choose one, it's a woman named Toshiko Takaizu, who's a Hawaiian-American Japanese potter, and her pots are probably 5 feet tall. Makes them, climbs inside them, fabricates them, and they are huge orbs with little tiny openings at the top, and there's something about them, they're kind of like a physical presence forms. So the orb and the quality of a whole pot that you could, kind of like a moon or something that would float. 2 places. One, I love home. I love being in Vermont. I've been to Japan and was very inspired by the pottery there, by the culture. I'm very influenced by the Japanese aesthetic, which I think I bring to my pots in terms of color and in form. So I think I'd go back. Japanese women in Japan, potters in Japan who are women, are not as well received as men. It's still pretty culturally biased that way. Yes. I'd say follow your bliss. I'd say be a potter, be an artist, be a dancer, be a musician. Do what you love to do and make it work. There are many ways to make it be a living. It's a wonderful career, and if I can help you figure it out, let me know.
I'm Tobias Moore. My job at BUHS, Brattleboro Union High School, is English teacher for mostly sophomore English and honors English and journalism elective. And I also help out with the TV program running the high school television station with Ms. Allison Krantz. I do actually quite a bit. I probably perform about once, twice a week outside of school just for a concert for some extra money because teaching pays so well. I don't know, I guess any job that doesn't seem like work is a good job, you know. That's probably one of the reasons why I love teaching so much, because it's fun for me. I bounce out of bed in the morning and come to school excited to be with my kids. The thing about music, I like to entertain people. I love to be the center of attention. I love to dance around and strut my skills on stage. I think that's always the most fun part about performing for me. I've always been a huge music lover. I mean, I almost can't do anything without, take a shower or anything without some background music playing. And I'm always singing along with my radio. Played several instruments, my whole family's musical. Actually, my father's a guitar maker. And so I built my own acoustic guitar with him. My brother built his own drum set with him. We play in a band together as a family. I mean, even our family Christmases are pass the guitar around and, you know, enjoy it. So it's a lot of fun. Like I said, probably birth, you know, like my mom was a classically trained flautist. In fact, my parents met in a rock musical production. My mom was on exchange from Ithaca College in New York to London, and my father grew up in Wales and was in London playing in a band, and they kind of joined this large rock musical, like when those were the vogue back in the 70s. Traveled all around touring Europe and even toured North America, you know, with this traveling theater music production. And both my mom played flute and my dad played guitar and bass, you know, in the production. And that they ended up getting married and kind of getting stranded out here when the tour ran out of money in the Midwest in America. So we've been here ever since. Tough. I mean, depends. You know, I think that I like every genre of music, literally a lot more than other people who are very narrowly focused. There's good and bad in every genre, you know, like for example, I like rap. I love the Beastie Boys, but I don't know, I don't really like Tupac, you know, for example, you know, so it depends on the genre, but probably the most influential musicians in my life, definitely the Beatles would have to be right up there as number one. And I think that a lot of people agree that they were more revolutionary and changed more about music than any other band. They really invented and changed things from the old school Mr. Sandman to like real rock and roll. On that note, Jimi Hendrix, I think, is probably one of the more influential guitarists as far as my guitar playing goes. I think that those two would probably be my pillars. In my old age, I wouldn't have hesitated. I would have said, when I was young, I would have been like, yes, I'm going to go on tour, it's my dream. Now that I'm older, I've got a family, I have a job that I love. The idea of sleeping in hotels and living out of a suitcase is less appealing. There's always that sense of validation, though, that like people want to see you and they want to see you traveling around. I think it might be fun for a while. I think it would get old fast, though, you know. But of course, it's every musician's secret dream to be playing, you know, Shea Stadium to 100,000 fans or something. Sure. I would tell them the same thing that took me my whole life to figure out, which is I wouldn't count on it, and I wouldn't like put all your eggs in that basket. Like, I'm going to be a famous musician or a famous rapper, so I don't need to ever study anything. But keep your backup plans going, because the chances of becoming a famous musician are just as minute as becoming star quarterback of the Patriots. It's pretty 1 in several billion, you know. But at the same token, there are people that make it, and I would never give up on your dreams. I just would make sure you're keeping a well-rounded focus, you know, like have a backup plan, but shoot for your dream. It's the best thing to do. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I do love my ma and pa, not the way that I do love you.
Holy moly, me oh my, you're the apple of my eye, girl, I never loved one like you.
Man, oh man, you're my best friend, I scream to nothingness, there ain't nothing that I need.
Well, hot and heavy pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ, ain't nothing please me more than you. Ah, let me come home.